Hey y'all, so it is a beautiful afternoon. It rained all day and then the rain cleared up and sun came out. It's nice and cool and just a good time to work in the garden. So I've been out here doing some stuff and I'm gonna kind of take you around and show you what's going on. So alright, so first my peas are kind of coming up. This is an experiment. I don't know how I'm feeling about it. We got over there Nyla's little garden and Anissa's little garden. My husband's trying to grow some grass over there. Alright, but this is what I'm really excited about. You ready? Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it. Alright, I know it doesn't look exciting, right? But it's corn. It's corn! Okay, and then they're like corn here, and then here are the green beans coming up. So the green beans have sprouted too. In between the corn, it's so exciting to see, like, look at that little thing just unfurling there. It's gonna be life coming up. So the whole, it's hard to see really well, but there's some beans and some corn and some beans and some corn and some beans. So it's coming up, and over here it's like a little bit, so I was a little bit nervous. I didn't know if it was gonna make it, but it did. Alright, so let's go ahead and walk over here. I'm using my little selfie stick thing for the first time, so I'm learning all that. Alright, so let's see what's going on. Alright, so here's my little chandelier, extra chandelier trellis that I put up, right? And over here is my little acorn squash that came up there. It came up over there. It came up down there, and then in the third mound at the end there's some too. I'm gonna tell you a little secret though. Like this one closest to me here, I dug it up because I was like, it's taking too long. I went away on my trip to Connecticut and it still wasn't anything there, and I was like, oh, is it doing anything? I don't know if it's doing anything. So I went and gently just like scraped away at the dirt a little bit, and then I saw it like a little sprouting thing. I was like, ooh, it's there. Sorry, I got dirt all up in my fingernails. It's a mess. Anyway, and so I covered it back up and tucked it back in, and I said, okay, good job, little guy, keep going. So that's that. Okay. This is where my garden goes awry, right? Because I have a whole plan, like a whole drawing of what I'm going to put everywhere. But then I extra tomato plants that sprouted, and I just couldn't kill them. And so they're like randomly planted in this bed here. On the other side, at the other end of the bed, is going to go some cucumbers. And then I'm not sure about what I'm going to do in the front here, but I think okra or something. So here's where I planted my other tomatoes. I have here some beefsteak tomatoes, so these ones should be nice, juicy, like big, good for sandwiches. And then I have cherry tomatoes planted here, and there are also some cherry tomatoes there, and this corner I believe is a beefsteak tomato. And then I think they're called Rutgers tomatoes, and I'm not sure what they're supposed to be like. They're just like seeds I had, so I planted those. And I still have some more tomatoes over here, so I might transfer them to a cup and see if we can do some kind of plant sale, or if I could just tuck them in somewhere or whatever. Okay. All right, these are my herbs that I had planted in the beginning, you know, I got all excited about, and they keep getting like burned and drowned and burned and drowned. So there's that. All right. This here, these are the Kajari melons that I was really excited about. I planted them in 4 sections, so I had planted here and here and here and down here, but they only came up in these 2, so I might have to replant some of those. I'm gonna turn off this thing here because I think it's probably annoying you. This right here, it's supposed to like scare the squirrels away. Okay, so it's like motion activated and solar powered, and so if it like sees anything, it makes a high pitched noise, but it's doing that beeping, which I don't think it's supposed to be. Okay, next, if you look over in this section here, it's like, oh, there's nothing there, it's just dirt, right? But if you get in really, really, really close, you see these little babies, and these are carrots. So my carrots are coming up. There's coming in a row there. See them all coming up there? Okay, cool. And these right here are a little bit more exciting. These are radishes. Now, I may have planted these too late. Radishes are really a cool weather crop. They like things nice and cool, so we'll see what happens. There's this little catbird right here. Hey, buddy. Sometimes the catbirds come and keep me company in my garden. They just like to come and check out and see what's going on. Okay, and then this is like a squirrel hole. I'm pretty sure a squirrel's digging in there. All right, over here, this really luscious green thing is my strawberry bed. There's some flowers to it, but the squirrels keep getting in it, and they keep jacking me for my strawberries, man. It's not cool. So I mean, I have netting over it. It's hard to see, but there's netting there, but I think they're getting into a little space on the side there that it was hard to cover or seal because of that. Okay, let's keep moving. All right, so over here we have the garlic growing up big, and I had planted squash in there, but I think yellow squash and zucchini, but I think they were both old seed packs because they were taped over, and so I don't know how long I had them for, and it doesn't look like anything's coming up, and I should be seeing stuff coming up by now. I'm gonna try digging up something. I don't know where I planted in here too. That's the problem. See, this is my problem, y'all. I don't see stuff happening and then I dig up. Like, I'm pretty sure that's a weed. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Let's see. If I was me, where would I have planted stuff? I don't know, everywhere. I'm just gonna dig up and see if I see anything happening. Because I think they should have pretty big, like squash has pretty big stuff. It's pretty big seeds. And if I really can't get anything to come up, then I'll try to start them indoors, like in a thing. Oh, look at, it's a little worm. Hey, wormy. That's a good sign, y'all. Okay, let me keep going. Anything that looks like anything germinating or any kind of seed. I don't think I planted them too deep. Yeah, I don't think anything coming up in here. I'll keep digging. Was that a seed looking thing? I don't think so. But I'm just trying to find anything that looks like a seed or like it might be something germinating. What are you? Oh, that looks just like a weed. We don't want none of that. Anyway, I think it was old seeds. But that's okay, because when I planted the seeds, I kind of regretted it because I put all the zucchini and yellow squash in this bed. But I think I want to put like zucchini in one bed and yellow squash in the other bed. So I think that's what my plan's going to do, is I'm going to put yellow squash into this bed. Here's my cabbage here. The cabbage is kind of starting to come to a head, maybe a little bit in the middle. Maybe not really. Not really, but it's really pretty looking. The color is beautiful. I'm just nervous it's gonna get hot and then it's gonna bolt and it won't actually make a cabbage, but we'll see what happens with that. These are all my herbs and everything that got burned and drowned and burned and drowned. But anyway, I'm pretty sure the cabbage is gonna get dug up pretty soon. I mean, not pretty soon, but like it's gonna be ready before anything else. So I have this bed available. I didn't have anything really planned, so I'm going to put some squash in here too. Now over here is actually, it's called like a fairy tale eggplant. What's this thing called? Yeah, it is called a fairy tale eggplant. It's supposed to be like kind of light white with purple spots. And this is my friend who helped me get all the dirt. I told her she doesn't really have a yard for vegetable gardening. It's not fenced off. She got lots of deer and stuff. So I told her that if she had anything she wanted to try growing, that she could claim some spots in my garden. So this is her eggplant. Yay! Here's my thyme and my chives. Alright, this bed right here is going to be my pepper bed, but right now it just has weeds in it, and it has tomatoes in it, because last year I had tomatoes in this bed, and you're not supposed to plant tomatoes, or even, I think generally crops, you're supposed to plant them both in the same place, because any kind of like insects, pests, or diseases or anything might be, I'm sorry, my hands are really dirty, it's really gross, but that's like what gardening hands look like. So But anyway, back to my thing. So you're not supposed to plant them in the same space, just to make sure that you're not using up all the nutrients in the soil. You're not encouraging the same pests to kind of find them again next year, making it easy for them to find them in the same spot and all that stuff. So this year I'm going to put, like I said, my tomatoes are planted. Where are they planted? Oh lordy, they're planted back there behind me, and then this bed down here first. So I might leave that tomato plant there just to see how it does. There's a couple of them actually. I see like 3 or 4 tomato plants in there, so I'm gonna have to get rid of them. It's so hard, but I'm gonna have to get rid of them. Anyway, okay, let's keep on moving through. I mulched the whole garden. My neighbor got a mulch delivery, and she was like, "Come get some," and I was like, "Yes, thank you." All right, here's something exciting. You ready? Look at that in there. Look at that. You know what those are? Those are potato plants. This is so exciting. I found some potatoes. I don't think anything's happening in here yet, but I have one more in here. A couple plants coming up that I put in here, so I'm excited about that. I love these little planters because they have these little doors right here that you allegedly supposed to be able to peel open and just pick the potatoes out, but we'll see what happens. All right, let's keep going. Here's my strawberry planter with my ever-bearing strawberries. I'm definitely gonna have to figure out a way to get these securely covered though, because the squirrels be on it. And maybe I'm falsely accusing the squirrels. Maybe it's not squirrels, maybe it's some birds or something. I don't know. But somebody be eating up my strawberries. I'm salty about it. Okay, this is my mint here. I think before I go in for tonight, I'm gonna pick some. Oh my gosh, it smells so good, y'all. I just like to touch mint and smell my fingers. Is that weird? Okay, and then this right here is oregano. It's the same thing. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like pizza. Okay, so I think I'm gonna pick some tonight and maybe put some in some water. So have some seasoned water. All right, and then this here is my lettuce is starting to do a little something there. But that's our lettuce in that row. This row's lettuce, something is nibbling on it. I'm pretty sure it's slugs, so I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with slugs. Somebody said if you put and you put like some beer in the bottom, like a red Solo cup, and you put some beer in the bottom, and you kind of dig a little hole in your garden and you put it in there, then the slugs, it attracts the slugs, and the slugs will go inside, and then they'll drown in the beer. But they had said that also attracts like rats and mice and other animals too, the smell of it. So I don't know if I want to trade one problem for another. So I think I might try to see. There's like other stuff like Sluggo and stuff like that, like little pellets that you can put down that attract them as well. And so I'll see if that is more helpful. I'll try that first before I try the beer. Back down here again, this right here is my spinach. The spinach is coming up. I think these are too close together. I might have to try to separate them. So hard for me. These are chives. So chives are coming up. And this right here I know is cilantro, and this here is dill actually, but I don't know what this is. It might be a weed because it doesn't look like the other things, and I don't know what this is either. Maybe some more cilantro. I don't know. I have to go back and watch my other video and figure out what I planted there. Good thing I'm doing these videos, huh? Okay, what else do I want to show you out here? I was excited about the potatoes. I'm excited about the squash stuff coming up. I got my tomatoes planted. The zucchini didn't come up, so I'm going to have to replant that. I am going to try to get my pepper plants planted that I started from seed indoors. I'm trying to get them planted. And I have some lettuce also that I planted indoors that looks pretty good. So maybe where it's a little bit, what do you call it? Where something's nibbling on it, I might try to put stronger, healthier plants. Okay, now I wanted to show you is my fig tree. Look at this baby. Look at it. Isn't it cute? It was just a stick like a couple weeks ago, and now here it is. And then my little flowers growing over here. My blueberry bushes. Let's see if we can find some little blueberries right there. And some more blueberries right there. So that's pretty fun. Okay, and there's one more thing I wanted to show you too that is cool. My neighbor, so one neighbor gave me the fig tree that she got for free. Like somebody had a whole bunch and he's giving away. She was like, "Oh, grab an extra one, see if Asia wants it." So I did. Who can turn down a tree, man? Come on. But then my other neighbor was like, hey, I got this peach tree planted, but it's planted kind of in the shade. Do you want it? And I was like, yeah, come on, peach tree, let's go. So let me show you here at the peach tree. Okay, don't judge me. It doesn't look great. It kind of didn't get watered. But plants tend to be pretty resilient. And so I mulched it up. It's rained today. It's got pretty good. So hopefully it'll be okay. But the other thing I planted in this bed is I planted some watermelon seeds. So they popping up. I'm definitely gonna have to thin it out. But look at this baby. Look at them. So, and I planted tons of watermelon seed. I also planted borage, which is like a it's like a flowering, it's an edible flowering plant. But there's more there. I'm pretty sure this is the borage right here. And then I don't know if I'm saying it right, but that's how I say it. And then more watermelon. This is a hydrangea. Now I planted these climbing, you see this hole? That's a ding dang squirrels. I planted these, it's supposed to be climbing lazy Susans. So I planted those, but they haven't come up yet. So those might be something. I also have some seeds left from that. So those might be something. I might have to do some seed pod planting and get the zucchini seed pod planted and get the lazy Susan, the climbing, whatever they are, planted. All right, and then like, let me just update. Look at this, it's doing good. We have some bald spots over here, but for the most part, I'm pretty sure she got zinnias. I'm pretty sure these are zinnias. Her zinnias are growing, and then her morning glory is growing over here, and she's just having a good old time decorating it. She found this welcome sign at the dollar store, and she's just excited. And then this random grass here, I didn't plant it, and I didn't mean for it to be here because it's pretty much a weed. But I don't know if like my husband was like, I don't want to break the lawnmower trying to cut it down, so we're just gonna leave it, or if he's like, oh, it looks nice and big, so we're just gonna leave it. But we've both just been leaving it, and now here it is. I kind of like it actually. You know what? Grow plant, do your thing. And this is Anissa's garden. It's getting bigger. These right here are like this huge bushy plant. I actually usually cut them back because I don't like them to get too big. I kind of like how they look right now. I love this plant back here. It's called Coral Bells or something. It makes like this stalk. This is an old stalk with the dried up flowers on it, but it makes a stalk with little bell-shaped flowers on it. It's so cute. And so she has a lot of black-eyed Susans in here, some balloon flowers. This is lamb's ear coming up. And I always forget what these flowers are called, but they're really pretty. They have long stalks to them. And I think I just gotta figure out some other stuff. There's some spots in here we could squeeze stuff into. Right, so that is my tour. I know today was a long one, but I think it's gonna get longer as we go because like more stuff is happening. It's exciting, and I gotta show you all about it. So anyway, thank you for walking with me through this tour and taking the time to watch through the whole video. If you have any questions or suggestions, because you know I don't know what I'm doing, that's cool. I'm gonna go inside and wash my hands now. The catbird is still watching me. It's like, or is that a robin? I don't know what that is, but the birds be watching me. They're like, what is crazy lady doing? Anyway, so thank you for watching through the video, and I will update you again sometime soon. All right, happy gardening, y'all.